Beloved, welcome back to the channel. I am very embarrassed to say, over the years I've developed a very terrible based habit, and that is, well, taking advantage of the ones, maybe not taking advantage, taking for granted the ones that mean the most to you, the ones that will be there for you when you really need them. Mrs. W constantly, or regularly, asks me to fix different things, honey-do lists as we have. In the past, I've always put them off because, well, she'll understand. She understands I've got to do more important things, and they pile up and they pile up. You know, that's going to end. I'm not going to say I'm going to do something unless I plan on doing it right now. I'm drawing a line in the sand. So today, you get to be with me as we go through some of these honeydews. The first one, fixing Mrs. W's coffee grinder. Must be nice to not have a real job where you can just tinker around your shop all day. All right, let's see what's going on. Apparently, she no longer chooches. Shout out to our brother in Christ, AVE. So this is on a switch, and indeed it does not chooch. So this looks a little bit sus to me. I'm guessing we have a wiring problem. As is everything in the world, it looks like it's held together with a number 2 Phillips. Looks like a number 2. I see we're off to an auspicious start. Could it be the uber rare number 1? It is. Wow. You don't see that every day. Gentlemen, you should make it a priority to become handy around the house. Your woman likes that. Women respect a man that can fix things. We're getting in deep now. I don't think that needs to come out. This is what here is suspicious to me. This little guy. This is a really nicely made piece of equipment. So we've got our power cord in here. So this is a strain reliever built in. So when you yank on the cord, it doesn't pull the connections loose. I think our best course of action is going to be to, oh, wait, what is this? There it is. There's a break in the wire right there. Just what I suspected. So what we'll do is we'll eliminate this, shorten this cable a little bit, and cut that out of there. How many people do you suppose would just throw this out? What? Maybe 1 out of 1,000 to fix it? White. I don't want to have to go back and watch my own video footage to remember how to put it back. White, and then the black one goes there. Okay. This really is nicely designed. A lot of detail. Look at how they even put a little strain reliever right here on this little extra care. KitchenAid, it's not professional grade, but it definitely is prosumer grade. It's some of the nicer home equipment you can get. We'll reuse these nice factory ends and we'll just splice in a couple pieces. So we're going to strip our sheathing all the way back to here. On second thought, I think I will replace these. I think I have these same ends. We're looking for a really small spade connector. This is the smallest one I have, and this is too big. Yeah, so we will just splice it. I'll show you these new connectors I've been using. These are solderless soldering connectors, and these are really cool. You get a solder joint without a soldering iron. I think that's the right size there. If you look at these, there's a low temperature solder ring in the center, and the red rings are waterproof sealant. Now apparently you should be able to melt that with a heat gun. I have not used these a lot. I used a small torch the first time, and it seemed to actually overheat it a little bit. So we'll try a heat gun today. But I do believe if we get that insulation on there, you know, when you're dealing with stuff that's going to be in the house in a wet area like a kitchen, we want that to be as water resistant as possible. Do you see how nice that is? Look how that goes in there. You see how those wires, they just cross each other? They go through that solder ring, and the insulation is within the waterproof area. So allegedly, we should be able to heat this. Let's try just heating it up with a heat gun. That works a lot better than the torch. I don't feel like the solder is melting yet. There it goes. Look at that. That is beautiful. I see it creeping through the wires. My granddad repaired everything, as well as my dad. My granddad was an Okie. He lived through the Depression. He saved stuff. He knew what it was like to go without. So everything was precious to him. Here's a close-up. You see how that red melted around that insulation? It's a nice connection. Super skookum. And no soldering iron. Hit that thumbs up, gentlemen. Who else on YouTube can keep you watching a man fixing a broken coffee grinder? Put our strain reliever back on. Make sure we don't pinch our wires. Everything looks pretty good. It's the moment of truth. Cord's a little shorter, But I think that's actually even better. Hopefully this will go better than the spruce tree yesterday. Mission accomplished, gentlemen. And always remember, if you can't be handsome, at least you can be handy around the house. May God bless you and your families. Please keep us in your prayers, and we'll see you all on the next video.